There's a lot of Batrider. He's probably been against this quite a lot of times before.
Oh, he actually gets the courier. The forest, the hill troll
Creep got it, yeah. Very nicely done.
Probably the better creep that he could actually find in this lane too from that small camp. Just constant heals for himself and the Kunkka that counteract the Illuminate. That sounds pretty damn good.
Wait up.
It will expire though.
And now we're seeing the farm for Benicia down there, 7-3. Against the 3-0. He's having a fine time here down bottom. As Microtron not able to get quite as much out of the lane as Nisha is.
I feel like the fact that they're able to do this, and just because of these hero picks, the Enchantress and like the just the Pango in the side lanes, he doesn't skill board, so it actually it hurts a lot of the purpose, the initial pick of this Beastmaster as Nisha getting aggressive.
Yeah, he's just getting so much damage onto these two. Between the Tidebringers and playing with the Torrent smartly around these range creep denies that Monko's of course trying to go for.
Not healthy on this at all. He just makes a couple mistakes here. He could look to
Torrent and a Tidebringer, he could just be dead.
Yeah, low armor heroes actually too on this bottom lane, so the Tidebringer is actually even more valuable. Beastmaster, I'm sure he's got the Ring of Protection, but 2 base armor, same for Coddle. They quite a lot of damage. Nisha's gonna have some free farm.
Yeah, it's each of these hits really crunching through mind control.
He's got regen coming out. Actually, no, he just has boots coming out, so no regen on this bottom lane right now. They have to be cautious at the top. Top looks like the fun lane, where it's very back and forth. You see Zai still farming really well, but so is the PL, and they're just constantly harassing each other, breaking their regen. Nigma is almost out of regen up.
And as you said, overall, you do rate this game as a pretty good PL game overall. I mean, is this sort of a game where as long as Nigma don't suffer too much in the other lanes and Miracle can find his farm, you'd be pretty confident that the PL's going to have a good shot of carrying it?
He should, as long as he's able to get this crazy farm, and Zai isn't keeping up. I think Zai has this super farm game, so they might actually look to focus to give Zai more farm to be able to address this. If he's able to get crazy farm, maybe, but there are some small capabilities from farm on this Kunkka and this Pango, which they're gonna get. They're gonna be able to cleave down these illusions. So it might not be so one-to-one, especially if his other lanes are just so crippled. Like this Beastmaster, 11 last hits, Bat's gonna be shut down too. It can't just be a PL alone versus some slight count. If Zai gets away with a good game, right, he can go the Aghanims, the Maelstrom, and then he's a full counter.
Oh, that's true. I mean,
Secret has a lot of options that they can go for.
It's always fun to see. I mean, Nigma at least having some heroes that do offer quite good control against Zai, right? If you consider, there's this Beastmaster, Grimstroke. Even if Zai does indeed get pretty big this game, it's not as if they're going to be completely unable to control.
Yeah, most definitely. Top, the App Store. Thinking about actually going in. This might actually get
I think this should be a first blood. It is.
We're not stuck in koi.
Would he turn back?
I guess he felt he couldn't run away, or...
Nice kill for Nigma. And also, just a small thing to point out, I've seen Puppy now twice. He's actually sent his creep to scout the Ancient. So he's very aware of the fact of GH backing out a lane for that Batrider to get enabled. If we have lanes going rough, they're always going to have stacks for him to... We'll be aware of that, and they're looking for mind control here. Nisha level 5, Beastmaster level 3.
Got the setup here with the center. Oh, actually, Puppy off the mark there, waiting a little too long and allowing mind control to get out of there. They should still be able to get him. So it doesn't matter that the combo wasn't followed up perfectly, and they still get the kill.
They'll swing we, however, to maybe try to get a grab onto Nisha. He'll try for the courier. He'll get it. But Nisha's 6? Very, very early level 6 on this Kunkka versus a level 3 Beastmaster.
Yeah, this is, I mean...
That's scary.
Yeah, now the 6 is here. It's a hard lane for mind control to come back into, right? As he's a real threat of dying to the combo. Top lane, they'll try and chase it onto Zai, but Yapstor's here to back him up.
Got the rotation too. Matu swinging up with an invis, trying to help out his buddies.
Nigma's got to be careful. Matu See if he can find his target. He's in, and he's going to be able to find Kura for sure. One down, and maybe another as the pounce over towards Miracle connects. Matu, a perfect rotation. Double kill for him as he leaves mid and has a huge hit on top.
And they see Weehaw. Weehaw's trying to counter-get this, but he's under a ward. They're bringing the fourth hero. I mean, Matu actually TP'd up, but Weehaw might still be in some trouble.
Yeah, he's going to drop the lasso. I mean,
he's dead.
He's making a move into a lane where both heroes have died. Oh, no, no, he's not even going to live. Poppy's able to take him down. I mean, why do you think he decided to continue to commit there, Top, after Miracle and Kuro had already died?
I don't know. I really don't know. I think he's just trying to find any way to
mid lane.
His lanes, but
at the same time, Matu, he was able to dive in and get the kill on mind control. Top lane Zai, he's got the swashbuckle. He's out. They're going to try and chase with the doppel. Miracle will be able to close the gap. Actually doesn't want to commit fully. Holds back. Zai with the juke to the trees. He's going to live, and now Miracle is in trouble. The curse crown will hit. They're getting in with another swashbuckle. Miracle's down. Kuro also in a spot of bother as he's trying to run. Puppy, as he got the damage. They're going to come looking in the trees. Kuro's trying his best with the jukes, but Yapso and Puppy, they're hunting, and they'll find as that sort of last minute alone has just sent things spiraling incredibly fast downhill for Nigma.
Out of control, really. The Beastmaster, my control, he gets a leveler at half in the mid lane, gets dove killed. Matu's rotations, just the dream. Batrider tries to make the move bottom. Weehop doesn't work. Matu makes the move top, gets himself a double kill, moves mid, gets himself third.
Look at this again.
He's looking really
good. It looked like Miracle had this. If he committed, he wanted to pull back as soon as he saw the TP. Felt that he couldn't keep going here, and the Illusion's not quite able to get that hit in with Zai, sweeping past the tree line.
And Puppy can just make the port top to help out his friends because Nisha's has an absolute free lane bottom as he's going for armlet. This is looking... Secret's got some master planning here, and Nigma's going to have to just hope for some way back into this game as their two playmakers are so heavily shut down this game. Their Batrider and their Beast are pretty much out of this early game for the next few moments. They have to look to group up and make some type of up. Close to the book one at least, but it's pretty slow already at this point.
I mean, and as we've seen, you know, the summons can be dealt with, right? You know, sure, PL late game might be a bit of an issue for the wave clear, but anything like a Necrobook summon, Tidebringer, Swashbuckle, that's pretty much going to do it every time.
And now the Miracle's on a hero that he actually can't go and help out, right? Like sometimes we see like
he's got a farm.
Spirit safe lane or something. PL isn't like that. He's not an active role. He needs his Batrider and his Beastmaster to be able to be active to make him the space. So Weehaw is gonna try.
It's hard though. Yeah, he's fine. He's out with the Shadow Realm. Trying to make some awkward moves. I think, as you say, you know, Nigma, they feel that they've got to try and do something, but still at this time where Weeha's not quite got the boost of travel finish, he hasn't got that first item to enable him, it's very hard for them to do so, but they definitely feel pressured to make these sort of moves, Nigma.
Yeah, otherwise they're just gonna have to play the full farm game, which they are preparing for. I've been watching GH. Look at this Ancient. He's got like a 5x stat going. He's got it going for that Batrider, but Weehaw is constantly on the run.
It's under attack.
He's gonna try and turn onto Yap. This time around they might get Yap still, but no, Zai's in with the help. He's able to bump over with the Rolling Thunder. Weehaw, he's got to be careful as Matsu also looking forward towards him. The Swashbuckle gets him. Zai takes him out. They may have lost Yapstop, but again, another slowdown to Weeha's progress there. Did manage to get his bots at least complete, so won't lose too much money, but still a death as Secret's 3 cores holding on to those top spots right now here, just after 10 minutes.
And this is how you set yourself up to be able to deal with the PL. Of course, get such good lane advantage, but also itemize for it. You see Nisha, armlet's done, so he'll have ways to be able to clear out those illusions. Didn't quite see what Zai has queued up yet, just the Javelin, so he'll be able to have the potential to go for the Maelstrom. They've already got the tools prepared for if PL is able to find farm. Just really taking over though, and it's not going to slow down. Matu has Diffusal finish already. All these heroes looks like feed to a Slark. Yeah, we'll get time to at least farm up his stack. I don't believe it's test this by any means. But they look content with just farming the lanes. They don't feel like they probably need to invade how much damage they've done already.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This will be a good jump up to Weehaw. See how much money exactly these stacks are going to add up to.
Tower has fallen.
Probably going to be close to, I guess, just under 1,000.
Tower is under attack.
Very needed. Good amount of levels too. So
Yeah,
that's not bad.
yeah, pretty much 1,000 gold from that. But still, I mean,
It's all pressure though. Secret just farming. Like they didn't feel the need to actually go for any of this. They were aware of these stacks. Puppy had scouted them earlier on. They're fine with just sitting back farming. Yapster's going for greed. He's actually going for straight Aghanims on the Willow.
oh damn! Oh my goodness, he is. I guess this was the plan all along. Yap was like, Puppy, pick me first, pick Dark Willow. I'm building Ags. You're right. This is. I mean, if the game continues like this, it's going to be one of the quickest Willow Ags we've seen. We'll get the silence out into the Inkswell. The root's down though. Matu, he could turn, chase him down. Give himself an HDS and shift stack. Bottom lane. He's just got the setup. The boat comes crashing down. He's able to take down We Are. And into the jungle. Secret moving and find GH as well. 3 dead. On Nigma. He's looking for the wraparound. He has got the Rolling Thunder. Here's underneath a tier 2. They've got the X mark. Do they want to commit though? They don't. They won't go that deep. Yeah, at least.
He kills the book though. Zai squashes in, kills the book 1, almost kills off the second archer as well, and he almost has Maelstrom. So they're really just, there's going to be no summons and no illusions that can actually deal with this damage that's going to be coming up from Secret. They're just collapsing so quick. Matu now taking this tower. 2 towers going to be taken so early. Nigma trying to slow it down a bit here with the max Illumin build.
Look at this on the pack. Nisha's already managed to wrap around. He's trying to set up into GH. Doesn't actually quite get the combo onto him though, so GH is going to live. But the space is there for Matu to get that last hit on the tower. Already 1,300 on top of the diffusal blade.
Step lively now. Your Admiral is on.
And Miracle's, I think he's aware that there's no way that he's going to help his team with fighting. So he actually didn't go for the first item diffusal. He went for the Yasha, the farming item. And he just knows they just need to stall and make time for him to have a hope in this game. But Secret, they're so well prepared for when this PL does get online. Their itemization, very ideal for if that moment does come.
We're saying, I mean,
Radiant are scanning.
down bottom, Nigma.
Trying to force. Weehaw really wants to get a catch, but Secret, again with a successful scan, will be able to back away and then continue to farm those side lanes.
Still just some of Nigma's calls falling very far behind. Beastmaster, you know, mind control.
Radiant's
Puppy's
bottom
nearly
tower
overtaking
is
him in farm.
Yeah, the last pick beast are completely addressed when they have all this. Now all this summon clear with the way that they've set up the lanes. He's halfway to his Aghanims too. To get all this farm and space on the map as Nigma can't pressure. They can't. So much map control lost as Matu with the DD. He spots Weehaw for a second. He's gonna look for the hunt. A very passive game for Nigma to really do anything. As we said, they're two playmakers just so shut down in the laning phase, so limited for them to do anything. Feels like now they're just waiting for Miracle to have defusal so he can actually get involved, because it feels like they've really 4v5 is just not going to be working with what.
Step lively now. Your Admiral is on board.
The smoke for Secret. Nigma on the high ground. It's around this bounty point, and they have to get the grab on side. Weehaw charging in. He's looking for the grab, but the X-Mark going them straight back. The 2 of them into the boat combos. Kuro gets taken down. Zai's in with Rolling Thunder, locking down Weehaw for a second kill for Nisha. As they're really trying to make something happen, Nigma, but Secret are just ready for them every single time so far.
And they're even trying to be cute. They send Mind Control top to push out the wave. GH recalls him back into the fight, but by the time he's in the fight, 2 heroes are dead. Nisha with a very ideal setup and slight misstep.
So he's got the heal go.
He's gonna walk away.
And he's gonna turn. With the setup, the angle for the Tidebringer hit. It's starting to really not look very pretty at all here for Nigma. Mid lane, Matu. He's not going to get Miracle, but he is going to force him back. Bottom, they might get the kill on Nisha. Weehaw comes back in, finally able to take down this Kunkka. It's something. They need a lot more of that.
And a lot more as Matu is swinging over with the defusal.
Flame break. Well, disconnect the pounce. They're knocking him back before he latches it on. Now turn over towards GH. Matu. He's going to be dissuaded from diving any further as the soul bind locks the 2 of them down. Weehaw trying to charge down Yapsor. The Curse Crown stun will hit. Miracle has turned up. Matu low on the mana. Flame Break off to the side. They're staying on top of the target, but Matu's got the one charges and is able to sweep his way back towards the tower. But the stun, they close the gap with the Ink Swell. Miracle, he's in on top of the two of them. Can he actually take them down? Though Rolling Thunder from side comes in, ends up jumping over Miracle. Is ready to come back round with a second sweep onto both. And we are huge swashbuckle from Zai. Cuts the two of them down. Kuro's gonna fall.
Memory.
As it seemed here, Nigma, they felt that they had something going there. They really wanted to charge down Secret. But again, we're just really feeling how far ahead Secret is right now. 11k advantage at 17 minutes in. And just all three of their cores able to contribute so much more than Nigma's can at this moment.
Even their support, look how farmed the supports are. They've surpassed my control by significant margins. These fights just impossible. Miracle shows up. I actually thought he had defusal for a second, but he shows up right before he does have it finished. So no way to actually catch or chase anybody as this game continues to be domination Secret. No mercy. Ward vision covered too to watch Weehaw when he does look to go farm. And Yapsor,
he's nearly got it right. I mean,
he's about to have eggs.
It really has to tell you something. When Yap's doing this sort of build, like, what does this sort of say to you that Yap's thinking about the status of the game? Like, would he be doing this regardless of how he's going, or is he doing this because he knows he can?
They did first pick it, so maybe he was going to do it anyway, but I think it's because they just know. Yeah. This is just an absolute confidence so far. 18-4. Now they're in Roche. They've already itemized to deal with the if scenario. So if the PL is able to recover his game, and the rest of it, they already handled all that in the early game. Smooth sailing from here forward for Secret. They're just unbelievably farmed on everything. This Roche just can't even attack. Not too lucky shot.
Ages for Matu, and you know, as we saw earlier, it kind of makes you wonder if Matu was watching the two games for a little pleb, and you know, he felt like, hey, you know what, I really fancy playing some Slark today and going to Fuselags. As we've seen it already in the two games earlier, look amazing, and again here in this sort of game where the momentum is behind you, Matu's just going to be a huge nightmare to deal with. You can't run from him, and even if you do manage to get on top of him, he's going to be very, very nimble as he jumps in and out of the fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Might be seeing Batrider benched away, perhaps, because this is the two teams that have now really shown the domination of that Slark when the Batrider is picked up early. You just pick the Slark, you lane it versus it, and it just... Batrider's game is just ruined. He feels forced to move around, but Matu, as a Slark, actually had the better rotations in the early game. He got 2 successful ganks quite quickly. Bottom, long jumps.
You can't escape it. No. You really can't. Easy kills from Matu. We saw it there as well. The Yaganim's now done on Yapsor around this 19-minute mark. Probably has to be one of the faster timings of the Ags on a Willow you've seen in pro games.
Step lively now. Your admiral is
It doesn't even feel like he needs it. It doesn't feel like it really adds that much.
Oh, okay, to be fair, it's not good for one other match, but it's 21 minutes faster than that other match. And Matu's in. They're going to get the control onto Miracle back into the boat. Zai, they want to try and chase for Wee, but Flame Break will put him off it. Wee able to pick up these bounty runes, but they're going to come hunting for him.
Look at Puppy's items too. Just the standard drums,
Vanguard Puppy. Oh my goodness. Oh,
all the items to be prepared for later on, right?
Yeah.
If the PL ever gets farmed, gets a Crimson, it's an Enchantress.
Their first item, so I mean, not surprised about that. I mean, that's got to do some damage there. If you're Nigma and you click on the Ench and see them just rocking a Vanguard.
Such a Puppy item build though. Like, you'd usually have like the Medallion and the Vanguard or something on the Enchantress. And Secret, yeah, just really running away with this game. 21-4. No hopes for Nigma really even on the horizon for quite some time, as they're just fully addressed. Even like we said, the PL has no way to actually play the game because he's fully carried. He's 1200 HP. They just shred right through him with ease, and he will not get to the point where he can deal with this damage.
And what would you say has sort of been the most glaring issue that sort of lent the game to go like this? Would you really just go back down to the way that Secret were prepared for a Weehaw bat mid? They do the Slark and sort of Weehaw's game just slowed down entirely, because when we saw the draft, you know, the panel didn't expect this sort of outcome, right? They said, you know, it's a good PL game. Nigma, they've got the more sensible lineup, if anything. As Matu is gonna lose the Aegis here.
Radiant's top tower
The
is
rest
under
of
attack.
Secret a little far behind, but Nigma, regardless, they're trying to step away from him. Matu's not going to allow it. As he jumps over onto Kuro, he's over towards GH. Poor old GH trying to get away from this slug, but he cannot.
How much gold he gets for those kills too. 415 for the Coddle, even though they're 14k up. I love it. He gets so rich off of these kills. I think it really is just the way that they set up the lanes and just set up the disaster for Nigma to really not be able to switch and adapt. This Beastmaster was level 3 when the Kunkka was 6 bottom. That is a massive glaring problem.
I think
So 2 lanes that were just a stop,
Radiant's
and top lane was
bottom
trade.
tower is under attack.
Zai did fine, so 2 super dominant lanes really capitalized this, and Weehaw with some bad rotations in the early game really hurt them. Matu had a successful rotation.
bottom lane. Poor old mind control. He's going to drop a roll, but he can't get away from this Axe Willow. Yapsor just beating him down through the Shadow Realm. As Nigma, they've popped a smoke. Maybe in a sort of a one last hurrah chance here to find something.
If they can even find anything. Secret, again, all well prepared. Everyone swings over. Puppy looking to get some ward coverage down for his team. And everyone just backing each other up. Just they're really not giving Nigma any hope in this game at all. Not giving them any options to get anything.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The build up too, we watch Nisha continue to just go for the anti-PL items. He gets the BKB to cover himself. Then he goes for Shivas. Zaya, as we've already mentioned, has a Maelstrom and Blink. Perfect solution.
Dire's bottom tower.
I think they do have really good high ground defense with this Coddle and this Grimstroke and the way for Batrider to lasso someone and pull them into bait. So it might take a little bit of time for Secret to actually go to that high ground, but just gonna Miracle is just hoping to be able to farm it hard at some point in this game so he can actually kind of stand in the midst of all this AoE, but prepared once it gets to that point. Puppy just walking around getting some D wards. And we see mind controls necro books to also look for any type of get some. Okay, they got the blink on the bat. GH is going to recall him up here too. Maybe they can look to catch something here.
They get the only master onto Matu. See if they can burn his mana down in time. They can't. The BKB will be popped by Weehaw. He's off to the side. Zai crashing through the midst of it all with the Rolling Thunder. See if they can finish anybody here. The X mark is going to drag back Miracle. The silence will stop any follow combo coming out straight away. As in the trees, they'll lose GH. I mean, close there to being able to control Matu long enough to take him out, but just not enough.
They looked prepared for that movement. Look how fast all 5 of them collapsed up there. They were just immediately all around their Slark to protect him. Nigma they're trying to pull anything out too. They're like showing heroes on one side and then recalling them to the opposite to try to catch Secret off guard, but still not working. Secret had no mercy this game, really.
Absolutely not.
Weehaw. To make some type of pressure play, but Secret's got a read on him too. Just him out already. Probably now expecting that there's no way that Nigma really wants to take any fight, so they're gonna have to do some creep cutting shenanigans. So we see Puppy placing a ward just in a lane randomly to watch when this Batrider does come out. And they see Weehaw with it immediately. So
just look at this damage Yapsor with the axe. As he takes down Curcuit from a mile away. Zai finds GH. They just cannot step outside of the base. Yeah, Puppy's got a full Crimson.
It's so crazy how far they are. They're going to X the Pango as well while they continue the siege, bring him back. Puppy's going to run over. And without the Coddle and the Grim, the 2 big out spammers, this is a really good attempt for siege.
Can have Lasso back up in a second.
Welcome back.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now the Coddle Grim are going to respawn it. They're going to back up, look to clean up and pick up these bounties and ruins that they didn't get before. Maybe hunt and get a ward down and look for Miracle. Miracle's gotten some time to recover.
And he is, you know, Miracle, as we've seen in the Nigma games where things start to get a bit crazy. He is doing a good job of avoiding danger. They are going to go for him now, though. And with Doppel and Manta already expelled, he's looking pretty dead here.
They almost, that was actually a cute attempt of trying to save. They recalled, he doppeled during it, then he tried to Manta dodge the attack so the recall will go off, but they hit him anyway. Oh, that attempt at him surviving and getting a farm, quickly punished. Secret with just one quick swing around it. Stop that PL for 40. Longest 40 seconds of...
He needs every moment out on this map. And it's that, you know, that the heart was coming relatively soon, just about 2k gold, and he'd have it. And then that stage,
Side's already in.
Well, Matu. Now we are does have the BKB and a TP if he wants to go for any will. Out he
Radiant's
goes.
bottom tower is under attack.
GH and Curcuit actually pushing out this bottom lane pretty far. They've got the mid wave and the top wave coming in. Mind control. So we'll see how aggressive Matumba Man's feeling at this stage. He may want to just go in.
Looks like they're trying to finish, excuse me, they're trying to finish up Kurokki's Blink Dagger. They can actually do some fun Blink double lasso, but I think
Radiant's
that's
bottom
maybe their
tower
only
is
hope
under attack.
these next few moments of the fights.
Roshan up. Secret can look to settle for that.
Haste!
Now, your admiral is on board.
I mean, Nigma. In this position, would you want to see sort of a YOLO move around the pit?
No, there's no hope for them around inside of the 5-man fight. It'll be total disaster. The PO is the only one who can actually do anything inside of those fights. The Beastmaster is just... I feel like Mind Control's just walking over. He sends his summons in and they all die instantly to all the AoE.
Radiant's
on
bottom
board.
tower
Wait,
is
huh?
under attack.
Nice find here for Nigma on the neutral line front. They do manage to get themselves the Elven
Radiant's
Tunic
middle tower is under
for
attack.
Miracle.
Okay.
Definitely one of the juicier items here. And 500 gold and the heart will be
Radiant's
done. So
bottom
we'll
tower is
see how
under
much
attack.
of a difference this does make for Miracle in the fights. You know, sending these illusions onto some of the... I say some of the squishy heroes. The problem is at this stage,
What squishy heroes?
no one's really that squishy at all on Secret. And they're not easy heroes to sort of go on. Of course, Puppey with the passive and Yamcha with the Shadow Realm. These aren't really heroes that could just be deleted by a PL jumping in these team fights.
No, this ward bottom, it's still continuing to see Nigma's movements. Weehaw does not want to have to BKB again to TP out. He'll be able to hang on.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Does lose the courier though.
We'll
So
lose the courier.
Ether
Radiant
Lens
are scanning.
is going to be out of the game for a few minutes.
Because Secret is swinging the map every time. They push out a little bit of a lane, immediately start swinging over to meet toward the other ones, just trying to catch any of the quirky Nigma heroes running around this foot push.
Step lively
Continue
now.
to get
Your
themselves a lot of
admiral
farm
is on
too.
board.
Matu. Smoked running right through. Puppey. TP's right in the midst of all of them. No fear for him.
Oh, he might have the BKB this time round. We'll see. As yeah, he's got to pop it to save himself here. Wait. As he's out and away, and you know these itemizations from Secret too. You see Nisha, the Shiva's Guard. He's pretty much got the AC on top of it as well. So with this AC Shiva's Guard from Nisha, Crimson Guard from Puppey, this PL is
Arcane power.
Miracle's barely going to give them a tickle.
Yeah, and they have so many ways to clear the illusions too, as we mentioned for Zai with this Miracle. Oh, the evasion does not work for him for the recall, and now he's getting chased.
More.
Oh,
He's going to be able to get out with the TP though. Matu not quite able to find the angle initially. Nearly gets it there the second time round, but Miracle's out in time.
oh no, Matu's stuck there for a bit. He's got no mana. Look at him.
Oh, he's stuck there for... Oh, okay,
stuck for some
about
time.
10 seconds or something. A little bit of a slowdown.
Top. Instantly Secret though preparing. They've already got a Lincoln's also on Zai, so protection versus Lasso and versus Roar when he's inside of his Rolling Thunder. More for his teammates if he sees these opportunities. He's spotted by the Hawk. Can't take advantage of that at all as they're trying to find a little bit more farm. Matu very low mana though. And there's the AC. So Nisha, as we mentioned, his build is just fully undressed
top
PL.
tower
We're gonna take
has
no
been
damage. I have
denied.
52 armor. Oh, he's under a tower. My math is very off as well. But anyway, 46 armor. Mind control out of the top lane, bring him bottom. Puppy's Mentor is scouting though. CGH for a second.
Yeah, I mean, if somehow Nigma's able to get this soulbind on Roar into Lasso on Slark +1, then maybe. But it's still just such a big maybe because it really is the problem of damage output at this point.
It really feels like it's gonna have to be a double lasso under tier 4.
Yeah,
to a
it's
double
sure, you need the
4.
towers. Yeah, you do. You need those tier 4s helping out.
They're really lacking on it. Like, Miracle might be able to survive a little bit longer, but his damage isn't gonna be so much there because these illusions are gonna get cleared out very quickly. And now Matu building up the BKB so that he can just stand toe-to-toe with the PL, with the army that's all around him. Don't worry about being out of mana. Nigma, it's all about just buying time. So the split push, Weehaw just charges past the lanes, fireflying it. GH continuing out bottom, recalling in the Beastmaster to summon the books, and then they throw them out. And they are getting some gold on the map, but Secret continuing to grow their lead, and it's 30,000 experience lead too. They're keeping.
Nigma have definitely been able to hold off, you know, straight sort of just rolling over and letting Secret take down the Ancient. They're definitely making Secret sort of think about when they want to go for their next move. The question is if Secret really matter, or if Secret's just sort of having fun at this moment, just getting farm on all 5 of their heroes.
That is a high possibility for Secret. Just playing now, they're just playing Dotes. You know, just playing Dotes with the guys again, rather than having to worry about just winning the game. You probably feel like you've already won, and you just know it's this huge onus on Miracle. The rest of his team is doing they're doing what they need to do on Nigma though, just pushing lanes down and just trying not to die as PL attempts to catch up. He is getting close. He's almost the same net worth, but so many things that he'd break through.
Haste.
Doing their best to try and at least keep this one lane far out. Secret's not quite in position to have multiple lanes pushed up to Nigma's base.
Look at GH is being so annoying.
Yeah, he's
every lane,
doing
every
a lot.
wave bottom cleaned up for him. Aghanim's now finished after the force, getting a good amount of farm, forcing Secret's hand down bottom too.
I mean, you know, it definitely goes to show that if Nigma weren't set up in the tough ways that they were in this laning stage, that this game could, you know, if you consider 21k, but Nigma is still able to play out on the map and slow Secret down a bit.
Yeah, if they did have a better early game for sure, and we're seeing all the solutions. Like Secret, they know that it's just gonna be PL versus the world later. So as we mentioned, Azai, look at his items, exactly what we've kind of figured he would go for. Ags, Maelstrom, all their itemization is really just thinking about dealing with PL, dealing with Mirror. Really gonna be, they're gonna be taken care of just from the natural spells and the farm of everyone. Set up here. They did have this ward up on top. I believe it's top second is just walking through. Call him out. GH sets him up to push out mid. And Alasso, they'll actually find Puppy.
They do. They've got the damage here. Miracle's around Puppy. He's got back up there. Matu jumps straight over. The Will-O-Wisp has dropped down. Matu committing him with the Shadow Dance, ready to try and chase for more. Weeha's out with the BKB TP. Mind control. Also having to pop his BKB to get himself away from Zai. Kuro will be thrown to the walls. Puppy, he's had enough. You know, they've killed him. He's back in straight away with the buyback.
Lively now. Your admiral is
He
on
may
board.
just be ready to give the order for Secret to start pushing for the high ground seat. Yeah, Kuro's still down for 30.
The lasso is a long cooldown. It's 110 seconds. That's probably what he's saying. Like, take advantage of no lasso. They can't actually take us into the tier 4s now. As pause. During the glyph usage.
I mean, without the lasso, what's sort of the best way of Nigma making a move on Secret whilst they're pushing?
Just hope for them to overextend by any means. Right now, they have to be a little cautious. They can just sit back passive and just keep blasting with the coddle. That's the one nice thing about their draft. This tower might still just go down, though. They need everything at their...
They have in him. Zoom.
I thought I lost you for a second. Oh my god. Your voice like tapered off instantly. I was like, oh god, did I lose power? Oh no, what's happening?
Oh, still, both teams are called for G. Now it comes. Take a little bit of time. Reset themselves momentarily. Nisha's looking for an X mark grab. Mata, he jumps straight in. He's up into the base. He's looking for G8. The Raw does catch him. Will-O-Wisp down as well. But he's able to put the BKB get out and actually find Miracle. And Miracle was trying to commit onto Nisha. He couldn't quite get him though. Nisha is fine. Miracle's down for a minute. So's we are out of the game. No buyback. Secret will have plenty of space here to commit.
Middle barracks are under attack.
He went in when his team was getting gone on. They couldn't help him at all. He got hit by pretty much every spell from Secret. The Fear, the Pango, every single one of the spells from Miracle. 45 seconds.
That's a long time.
Might be 2 sets.
Yeah,
Still
Secret.
has 14 in his
Middle
stacks.
barracks has fallen. Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Still got that cheese.
Your admiral is on board.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Trying to hold as just the three of them. They were struggling massively when they have the full roster up. Just the three. Very little to be done to slow down Secret, pushing him. Very easily taking a second set of racks as their lead, their domination this game continuing. 31-5, 27k advantage.
Step lively
Such a
now.
clean
Your
game from
admiral is on
Secret,
board.
really. Who's actually got the deaths? What? Nisha's got 1, Puppy's got 1, and then Yapsor's got 3. So they've done a great, they just a great job of making sure that they don't even lose the core heroes that are in the front lines ever. It's just unbelievable farm on all 3 of them. Zai for once, honestly, I feel like is unbelievably farmed for this team. Where usually it's like Yapsor is taking a lot of the farm. Even though Yapsor is, Zai's kept up significantly this game. He understands what he needs to do to counteract that PL. And into the Roche again. The
Yep.
third one. For free.
Easy refresher shot, ready to go. I mean, this is...
And a full heart for Nisha too, I believe, is about to be bought up on this time.
Oh my goodness. He's a pretty tanky boy.
Dire are scattered. Roshan has fallen
Nigma.
to the ring.
They know that they've got to go for these crazy plays. They're not even able to make it there in time. As we are... Oh! He's in! He's going to grab Puppy! He's trying to get out with the remainder of his BKB. The Will-O-Wisp down, but Puppy's going to live Zai straight through the backlines here with the Rolling Thunder over towards Weeha. As he keeps him locked down, Miracle trying to jump in and over towards the backlines. Kuro able to keep himself alive there with that last-minute smoke. Puppy being focused by the illusions, but there isn't quite enough damage. All there is. Miracle will be able to finish off Puppy, but Nisha now comes in with the bow. He'll be able to get Miracle up to the high ground. He's away with the doppelganger. Brawl as well from mind control. Holds back Matuma Man as they're chasing Miracle. So Miracle can get his way out of there. The recall's going to be in play, but they have the damage to stop it. As Miracle's got to stand his ground and fight, he turns over towards Nisha, but look how tanky Nisha is. He's still alive though, and he's draining their mana.
Nice illusion play by Miracle. Baited them for the fake one. Batu getting kited.
Trying to get it onto mind control. Miracle, he's now going to turn over one side with a Wisp back up. Miracle jumping in with the doppel. He's trying to stay on top of the two of them. Zai, he's ready to go. Rolls up. Holds his position. Matu still trying to punch into Miracle, but has to be a little cautious with no mana.
Did only Puppy die? Only Puppy died. What a
Until
crazy fight.
Oh.
Both teams just dancing around each other's carries. They both thrive off of these long duration team fights, the Slark and the PL, and both teams just played phenomenally kiting around. Even Kurokki's gonna get away from Matu for now. And he'll get away too. GH, will he be so lucky to get out? He will. What a crazy fight where just one person died.
I mean, I guess it's sort of just a case of I mean, well, if anything, you've got to be very pleased with that outcome if you're Nigma, right? You're not dying. You're not losing in a game where one team is 27k ahead. You've just turned up to a fight and you didn't lose anybody. They couldn't quite kill you.
Come on, sprites!
They didn't quite take anything out either, though. I think it was just a refresher shard that was used from Zai. Aegis and Cheese are still at the ready. Here comes the siege.
Got the lasso back up. This damn behind, so we are trying to be very careful.
The illusion mana burn is starting to add up on Tanisha. He does have the cheese ready, Miracle.
We got the first bounce down onto Miracle. Matu trying to commit for more. They drag him back, but he's able to jump out and boat combo with the doppelganger. Matu continuing to remain completely drained on mana. We are getting control on the side. Has to put the BKB in, trying to get down. Zai, Rolling Thunder's out there. Grab Puppy again. They'll grab him in. Into range of this Will-O-Wisp, pulling him back. The fear pushes back Miracle though. Lures out from mind control, holding down Kunka through the BKB for now. Anisha may be out of mana, but he's still ready to punch. Miracle trying to turn towards Simon again. Zai able to use the shard to escape. Matu commits with the BKB, takes down mind control. They're looking for Miracle. He's been disarmed. He's still got another jump out. There'll be buybacks from both mind control and GH, but the racks are gone. Secret got the objective they wanted, and Matu, he's not even done yet. Jumps back over towards Miracle. Miracle's going to get forced away. Matu's going to turn his attention over towards Weehaw instead. Weehaw falls. He has got buyback, using it immediately. GH though, he bought back for this, so he's out and down for 75 seconds. No way of returning. It's just down to the four of them. Nigma smoking up immediately. Maybe seeing if they can get a catch onto Secret as Secret start to retreat. Weehaw can do so. No lasso though for 50 still. And it's not going to be the case. Secret able to get everybody out of there.
And Puppy, the man who is lassoed again, survives in the midst of it as he's built so tanky. And they were just focused firing the racks really for the most part there. And Matu just would continue to just see like this Slark pick, just free reign. There's nothing they can do to him. 14-0-6 diving under tier 4s. This is the end. This is where they're going to look to close it out. TP's back, gets X, picks up a Trickster's cloak. Now he can look to really be more aggressive as he's got his Basher in play too.
See what final moves Nigma's got in themselves. Secret getting ready, showing signs to start going for the kills as they're going onto mind control. Put the BKB, he can't even get the roar off. The bashes from Matu, silencing the Beastmaster. No roar today. As the tier 4s are falling, Secret ready to close this one out. They've had their fun. They've played around with their food long enough. As 36-6, 38k gold lead. We'll take this game on 43 minutes in. As this was a very rough start to the best of 3 for Nigma. And Secret, they came in again with their own unique style, opening the draft with this Yaps or Dark Willow, and it couldn't have looked much better there from Secret, making this game one look pretty simple, Fog.
A masterclass, really. 36-6, 43 minutes, and they only gave up 6 kills when
at the edge of space, calling us to fly away. Let's sing a song full of hope, full of pain. Why don't you sing along, my friend? For it's our last refrain. Forever young, ever strong, ever brave. Memories like this never end. No, they don't fade away. So when I'm gone, oh, when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding on, keep holding on, and I'll be right there, close to the sun, close to the sun. Close to the sun. Here's to the ones who let shine through the rain, the ones who stood for something more. We won't forget your names. The tide is high, say goodbye, we're setting sail, and all those midnight secrets told, we'll take them to the grave. So when I'm gone, oh, when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding on, and I'll be right there, close to the sun, close to the sun. Close to the sun. close to the sun.
how everything kind of played out, right? He had a lot of wiggle room. He was able to do quite a bit to that freedom. So
10 seconds
I don't think I think T-Gov and I were talking about
Dire
this backstage. He's like, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily do that in your pubs.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna get reported, but in this game, you know, it's Yapster. He can do what he likes, especially with that Slark popping off the way he did.
Yes.
Yes, but like the good thing about Dota is in a team, you know, when you break down the early part of the laning phase, the map, and you have this advantage, most things can work if you have the discipline to keep executing to that level. And Secret, of course, does that. So some of these kind of greedier item builds that we see, they just work so well
10
because they're not
seconds
forcing themselves
remaining.
into these bad positions where this itemization doesn't allow them to take said fight.
5
So,
seconds
but yeah, anyway,
remaining.
Anyway.
Nigma, game 2.
Game 2, we got a couple of changes in this ban
team
phase already. We got Shaker still in the pool. We have Puck also still in the pool. That's the biggest difference there with now the Chen and the Bat being banned instead of either of those. With Puck first pick coming out from Team Secret, a flex pick for them because they like to play that on. We've seen it on
seconds
Puppy
remaining.
position 5, and obviously we know that all the
5
cores can play it
seconds
too.
remaining.
Important thing to note is simply that Team Secret is now going to be first pick in this game. In the previous game, Nigma was first pick. So that alone has shown there has
Team
been some
Secret's turn to
adaptations
pick.
based on just the first game alone.
And if you don't pick up the Shaker here, you know that Yapsor will run away with it in the next pick that Team Secret has. So that will most likely be GH's hero, which means, by the way, Kodo's still in the pool as well. I just want to,
10
again, point
seconds remaining.
the obvious out, which is kind of my curse.
The key thing is because of that
5
pick change,
seconds remaining.
Nigma has had to show respect towards the Chen because he's run that with great strength before, and that has allowed more heroes into the pool. You mentioned Keeper of Light being an option, but there's also the Puck was available, the Shaker's available, and Team Secret, even though it was a bad bat game in that previous one, they still ban it out of respect because Nigma, they'll be able to pick it last in this first phase and actually cover it with the correct amount of bans to enable it to be a mid lane. So even if it has one bad game, they show the respect of Nigma and what it can bring, and they have to ban it out just because of that kind of pick 8 slot that Nigma have now.
Well,
Dire
I'd be
team
more
pick.
happy if we have a more even mid lane than we saw previously. Purges. We have the Rubik into Morph Shaker. Purge, Morph Shaker. Is it still spooky?
Not as much as it used to be. The being able to leap around was a lot faster, so it kind of became a really scary thing. But it's a fine opening by all
10
means,
seconds
just because
remaining.
Shaker's gonna be able to protect wherever he needs to, do typical or Shaker things. But I don't necessarily think these
5
two heroes
seconds
are
remaining.
incredibly good as combos. I would rather turn into a Puck in the mid game, for example, than an Earthshaker, because then you get an Orb and Winnie Rift for AoE nukes.
We know the limit of Yapsor's Rubik as well. Actually, we had a winners interview with him after the series against Viking, where I think we were literally asked him, when are you going to play other heroes other than Rubik and Shaker? And he says, as long as Rubik and Shaker are in the pool, I'll probably keep playing those two heroes. And we actually saw Willow, obviously, but yeah, back to Rubik.
It's very nice to draft when you have a player who's just obviously so happy to play these heroes. Like, they're always going to be good, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to say that these heroes are ever bad, so drafting's so much easier. Another difference in draft
Dire
between
team
game 1 and game 2 is when Nigma were
Team
first pick,
Secret's
they picked a
turn to
support
ban.
into a core, and then they will counter pick straight away.
Yeah.
Look how Secret are utilizing their first pick. They pick up a flex position 5 and a position 4, which means this is our supports. Please try and hard counter our support duo. And then in the second phase, they now get to react to both Enigma's picks with
10
the
seconds
boss core
remaining.
to respond to it. So already I have the confidence of Secret having the
5
better
seconds
approach to
remaining.
drafting in this patch right now, just because they are utilizing the
Dire
first pick to
team
show their
ban.
supports, and they're not really revealing too much.
I thought we
Team
didn't like
Secret's
first
turn
two
to
supports, or
ban.
is it only allowed when there's a flex?
When it's first pick, I don't mind it.
Okay.
Because you have the advantage of second pick. And the key thing here is, guys, if you look at second pick, the Nigma picks first coming out of the bans, and then Secret responds. And that happens twice in a row due to Secret being first pick. And it's why the double support opening allows you to
10
have just kind of the better core
remaining.
matchups.
That being said, I don't think Nigma should be too sad
5
with their opening
seconds
month. See,
remaining.
there's more Shaker. We've seen it do good in the past.
We have, and the fact that the Earthshaker shard now makes him even more valuable.
Oh, it's bonkers. Oh, it is bonkers.
You know, it's just a natural, just a really good hero by itself. And then when you have the Morphling paired up, it's kind of like a little extra bonus gift on top of that. And also, you know, I mean, it's just the Earthshaker shard. I think Tiga would love to go on.
I won't lie.
It's
I
very
won't
excited
name
over
any
it.
names, but I did hear another region say that Earthshaker wasn't meta, and that made me step back a bit. Cause yeah,
Okay, which region? Name
Yeah.
and shame. Come on.
it was NA.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
10
Oh,
seconds.
no.
Yep.
remaining.
Yeah, they're just they haven't looked across the pond and seen the
Dire
true
team
brilliance of this hero. And like Moxie said, that shard is a stellar pickup for this hero.
George, what do we make of the anti-mage ban? We don't see that hero. I guess is a good
Yeah.
counter to morph.
That's I'm not sure about that. The A1's obvious, like being able to prevent him
Team
from shifting
secrets
his
turn
attributes
to
is really
pick.
good, but maybe AM counters their play style or something. Does AM particularly counter morph right now, T-Gov? I'm not sure. I don't think so. There was a time where it happened, but
I
I
guess
think
it's a Matu special.
like that now.
Yeah, I think it's just the pacing of the game and the fact that it's one of the few heroes that, because Morph needs more time to farm,
10
AM never
seconds
has that
remaining.
pressure, so he'll always get to his items and he'll be able to have a free game just because of
5
how Morph
seconds
normally likes to
remaining.
play the first like 15 or so minutes. So it has, yeah, AM does normally have a pretty good time against the Morphling. He's never also kind of scared going into late game. He's very happy to play a long game into a Morphling, unlike other carries that are afraid of this kind of E-Blade threat, you know, like the trolls and
Yeah.
these heroes that kind of walk up into it and die.
Because if he E-blades you, you're going to lose most of your HP, so then you got to pop BKB, but AIM just doesn't have to
Dire
cover that,
team
Exactly.
that negative, I suppose.
Mhm.
Ooh, wait a second. Because
Good
what is the core? Is it now guaranteed puck? Because I know they've done AT
Flexibility.
flexibility.
Sorry, we need this. Yeah.
That was a great dance. I wish
Thank
that
you.
we had caught that, by the
Ah.
way. You missed a lovely
My
dance. if you
bad.
missed it.
Very flexible then.
So
5
refreshing
seconds
standing up.
remaining.
He's really good against Morphling, though. If you get in melee range at least, so you're going to lower all of his
Team
base armor to
secrets
0.
turn to pick.
So if they can get in melee range, Morphling's gonna have some trouble here. And it amplifies magic damage, obviously, which is great with Puck Rubik. You can Dream Quell multiple heroes, do a Spirit Stomp. That'd be a really good setup.
Something's happening where Team Nigma has used total of 5 seconds in their
10
bonus time,
seconds
while
remaining.
Team Secret only has like 30 left.
5
Nigma has
seconds
confidence
remaining.
coming
Yeah.
into this game.
But they're snap picking this.
Yeah,
This is a prepped strat.
Team
I don't mind that
secrets
because
turn
if you
to
just look at
ban.
the heroes and like you can, okay, Furin could be off lane to deal with the Puck 5. Furin could be, you know, the 5 position to try and secure the Morphling farm. Doom could be this mid. Like there's so many questions and they have last pick. So it just allows them to have confidence of picking it because they are pretty good heroes and they have last pick to talk about it. So they'll
10
probably eat
seconds
through this reserve
remaining.
time, deciding on their final bans and final pick. So it's just utilizing the type of
5
flexibility
seconds
they have.
remaining.
Secret though, they pick up Ursa, which is a very, very good hero against Morphling because at all points in the game you have kill
Dire
threat.
team
Because
back.
once you get on top of him, you will be able to shut him down. And Morphling, he has to itemize defensively, or at least play defensively with his E-Blade and the Manta to survive the threat of what that brings. And also ET Morph, it's classic.
I really like, too, the fact, you know, they have this Ursa. He's going to want to be taking Roche, and you've got Elder
Secrets
Titan, who's one of the
turn to
best
ban.
people to, like, be around the pit area,
Mhm.
being able to just go and reset any sort of engagement that goes in there. Plus, of course, you know, anytime you're in a space with an Earth Splitter, nasty stuff, especially when you're a Morphling.
The Enchantress ban, this may assume that Secret is planning to lane
10 seconds
up
remaining.
against the safe lane, whether it's a 4 or a 3, because that you'd be able to enchant the
5
Spirit
seconds
away.
remaining.
There's still Oracle is also banned in the second phase. That kind of reveals that. And also, so probably ET for Puppy is my guess.
Why not? It could just be 3. ET
Or-
Rubik,
yeah.
3-4, and then a little cheeky Puck 5.
How do you transition? Though that's the difficult question. Like
Yeah.
farm with Stomp or whatever, but I don't really go
Dire
in drum
team
treads,
ban.
something like that to
Team
fight. But I
secrets
just feel like
turn to pick.
it lacks impact.
They have great flexibility, and it depends as well from Nigma. If this Furin's like offlane, I don't think you really want to run a Puck 5 into the Furin offlane. Maybe you want to put the Puck into the Doom. Like, there's a lot of questions to be answered, and this where Secret, they might try and keep another flexible hero here to allow
10
themselves to
seconds remaining.
answer these questions once they see another hero. Or they might have the confidence of, okay, we don't
5
really care, these are
seconds.
heroes,
Dire
we'll play out
team
our
pick.
game, and they go for the Void Spirit.
So that'll give them more tempo setting outside of just what Puck or Rubik comes. Looks okay. It'll match up pretty okay against all the Nigma cores.
And it's the kill threat because you need the E-Blade to survive the Ursa, and you
10
need the Manta to
seconds
survive the
remaining.
silences of the Void Spirit. So now Morphling, to feel truly confident in this game, he needs
5
2 big
seconds
items
remaining.
compared to normally just 1 when you're playing into either of these heroes.
So Team Secret is giving themselves a little bit more time, wiggle room to play with to get a lead this game.
Yeah, like after this laning phase, this Morphling won't really feel confident until probably minute like 20 or a big team fight in a free Roshan. And that gives Secret that kind of window to play out their lanes and try and just kind of make the moves that they did in that previous game, just obnoxiously moving to that safe lane and pressuring the kind of greediness that Nigma presents in these heroes.
Yeah, we saw last game what they could do with the 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was over.
It was as good as over. So what kind of boxes does the hero need to tick for the last one of Team Nigma? They might already know what they want, but they obviously have some time to kill here.
I kind of want to see Doom mid, Fury in offlane, and then maybe just pick up like a strong 5 right now. Someone to secure this Morphling lane. That's kind of my strongest feeling.
They also banned out Invoker on the Secret side, so they're not 100% sure this one either. Like, we'll ban a 5 and a mid.
It's the Tornado 5 purge, you know? They're scared of that threat for the ET offlane.
Yeah.
That's possible.
We've seen some wild 5s come out, let's be really honest so far. Or both here and in CIS. I mean, you could go with something safe. You could go with something like Shadow Shaman, just for like that extra lockdown, perhaps. Because Void Spirit and Puck, of course, very elusive. I mean, it really depends on where they're laning everyone. Again, talk about flexibility.
Strong laner, I think, just really locks that in. And I'm trying to rack my brain to kind of answer what that is.
Keeper of the Light.
It's still in the pool! Ignored.
Not the sort of strong, but also weak.
Tundra did showcase how strong Keeper Light and Earthshaker was in conjunction, you know, securing the lane, protecting your tower, and then also reacting. So, I don't know. I can't see the hero, but
they can always go back to Grimstroke.
Yeah.
True.
I think they need more ability to shut things down. So.
All right, we got the Darks here. Then who's playing? We got a mid cube still.
Yeah, Prophet 5. So it's the Puck 5. Yep, and then the offlane ET. Okay.
Okay, cool. Let's see how they do the offlane.
Yeah, and I think the interesting thing is simply Darkseer normally likes an aggressive 4, and Earthshaker is a very passive 4. So that'll be interesting to see how much effect you get on that Darkseer.
All right, Purge says he's interested to see how this Elder Titan is going to play it out. Any other words regarding this draft, Purge, before we let you go?
Yeah, follow up on what T-Gov said. Earthshaker is going to be passive here, and even if they fissure block Matoma Man on the Ursa, he can just do a little backflip over it. So passive lane for Nigma, I guess, but it should give them a stronger mid game. And while Replica will be kind of nice against ET.
All right, thank you very much. Is it going to be a more even game than game 1? Please tell me yes, T-Governor. Please. I think the people need to know.
Trying to remember the exact draft.
Puck, Rubik, ET, Ursa, Void Spirit versus Shaker, more of Nature's Prophet, Doom, Darkseer.
Rattle them off.
I think Secret, they just have the better laning presence and the push. So yeah, it's Secret. I'm sorry, the drum roll is just anticlimactic because I'm just going with Secret, which is this one. I'm sorry. I don't see what they bring to the table. It's too much meh.
Moxie, what needs to happen for Team Nigma have a good game here?
Oh boy, I think they need to have favorable lane matchups. I think Barley, but I'm just really concerned because, I doubted Secret a little bit that first time around, and you saw how clean they play. I think Matu went 14-0 and 7 or something in that first. So I'm gonna have to hop on the Secret train here.
Come on, guys. Surely Captain Kuro has learned something from that first game and is going to put all those lessons into work, because that is the Team Nigma strategy. So far, every series in the DPC League Upper Division, Team Nigma loses the first game and then comes back with winning the 2 after that. So I am hoping for at least a game 3 here. But first, Team Nigma have to prove themselves against Team Secret in the second game. Let's hear what our commentary team has to say about this one. It is...
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, game 2 ready to go between Secret and Nigma. And Fog, what are some of your first impressions from the drafts this time round?
I'm at a very big concern for Team Nigma, I'll be totally honest with you. With them opening with... It's gonna be Miracle's hero immediately, right? As soon as that Morphling gets showed, Secret's like, we have to just full out commit onto this hero, pick heroes that are all gonna counteract it, and I feel like they get to the litter when they're able to set the game up like this. This Elder Titan pick is amazing. It's also into a Nature's Prophet, so he's into summons, and he's versus Morphling, and he has Rubik behind him. This looks like a really, really strong draft from Secret. And right away, look at the way that they shift the lanes. Even though that Doom was picked versus the Void Spirit, they're putting the Ursa versus the
battle
Doom. That does
begins.
not
Oh,
sound
man.
fun for Weehaw at
That-
all.
Yeah, I mean, we saw obviously last game, Secret having that sort of switch up in where the cores were going to make sure that we are at a tough time. And you're right, yeah, Secret doing it again here, getting the Ursa versus Doom.
Yeah, and I'm worried that their draft is too passive, too greedy. I see Morphling, I see Doom, I see Dark. I feel like every single one of these heroes, they need some time to be able to get online. They need items to be able to actually provide them any way to actually fight. While I see Secret, I feel like they can just brawl whenever they want. They don't really need items early on. Their lanes are also going to be, yeah, like I said, quite concerned for Nigma, and we're going to see how much they can actually do, especially with this Kurooki Nature's Prophet, if he's able to cure the farm for Miracle. As right now, he's doing a good job of pushing.
And let's see.
I see two of these lanes being easy, though. I see
No,
mid lane
like
gonna be
last
pretty
game.
hard.
Yeah.
Bottom, I feel like Darkseer lanes always just don't do too great. And then top, once the ET starts getting levels in that aura, once he hits level 3, they're going to start just charging it.
An alternative.
I mean, and sort of overall, though, you know, last game, obviously, Nigma, their last pick being Mind Control's Beastmaster, didn't have a great time. Is it at least better, the last pick Darkseer in this game? You say it's still hard, but is it going to be as rough as the Beastmaster?
I'm just not sure. He at least gives them the combo for the team fights with the Earthshaker, but I'm just not sure what it's going to provide. The lane, like we said, it kind of gives your lane up in a way, especially when you're playing with a passive hero like Earthshaker. It can be a bit hard to actually make it work. I'm not too sure about this one. It's looking a little bit weird and just a little bit too greedy. It's going to take time for all these to get on. And I see a lot of fun combos and stuff too from Seek with this Elder Titan. Like, let's say if Zai gets agged.
Behold!
Punches here from the two of them.
Not going to happen.
Mid, Matu. Room control. Well, I say that though. He's not going to want to come in on that.
They might be able to actually kill Matu if they're lucky here. He doesn't have a point in the Earthshock, and Weehaw does have his Stomp as well as the Scorcher. GH is spotted though. They still have some potential to kill the Ursa if Matu's not careful. But now we see lanes are starting to break, and they are going for it.
There we go. Have they got enough lockdown? It looks like they will. They bring Kuro in. Matu's trying to find We Are in return. He's not going to be able to do so. So Nigma, I mean, a very well-needed move there around the mid. They had to do something about this bear having a completely free lane against We Are.
Yeah, loving GH's just persistence to stay there, even though I think he knew he was under vision. He has a level 3. So if he gets the block, he gets the secondary stun from the Aftershock and can do so. And now Curcuit can actually set himself up to take away bounty runes too. Looks like it's probably going to be 3 bounty runes for Nigma. And a decent punch with their greedy, very greedy lineup, getting themselves...
What surge is this?
Top.
Miracle top. Low on the juice. Zai gonna just chase him all the way back to the tower.
Completely out of regen now as well. Just a few stick charges to his name.
Yeah, they're stacking that hard camp with Zai so that he can get this farm. And we're seeing him having a good amount of farm, just being able to actually play the lane. While we look at bottom on the opposing side, my control, he's suffering quite a bit. 15 last hit.
I mean,
Can't look to pressure this lane much.
top. Curcuit. He stepped a little too far forward here. Zai and Yapso able to beat him down. We sort of had the panel talk about how you sort of want to go around building the off-lane Elder Titan nowadays. As you said with the shard, other than that, are you still going for sort of the just your boots upgraded into what phase or treads and into a drums? Or?
Yeah, I think if it depends on how your lane is going. If you're dominating, go phase.
Okay.
If you're really dominating, you go phase drum. And if you're really, really dominating, just go phase ags right away. So
look at this
you can
damage.
put some items in between.
Oh my goodness, yeah,
5.
Miracle's got a fair bit of strength shifted up, but still, his HP's just disappearing there. Kuro, you're taking half of his health there with the punch. They do have We Are coming in to shut down Zai. Yeah, and with the Doom, they'll be able to find him. Miracle, he'd love to get that last hit. Isn't going to be the case though, as We Are will get the kill. Zai ticks down to the Doom.
Good rotation. Relieves that pressure a bit there off of the
Dire's middle
Morphling.
tower is under
But now
attack.
Matu, he finds himself a haste bottom. He's going to do the same move on the opposing side. GH under a ward.
Get away from this bear.
Warriors of the wood.
And for sort of Matu this game, even though he starts mid, is he still going to go for the heavy farming items like the Battle Fury on his build up?
Not too sure, to be honest with you. I think he will, just because he's going to act as that 5 or as the 1 position, and he immediately does queue it up.
Yeah,
and he's
okay.
playing versus the Nature's Prophet. I think he
That's
has
true.
to just go for this hard carry,
Yeah, you still do.
because the Void Spirit's going to go for the Nisha. He's getting pressured bottom. Nisha's going to be going for like the phase Aghanim, but maybe a Witchblade in between. So he wants to be this super hard transition. And Zai's actually, oh, look at that. Okay. So he's going to go for Midas. So they're probably feeling like they can outscale, and probably maybe feeling that they have a good position for the ET to just get levels.
mind control.
Is that one thing that you lack?
Quick catch on the tail there by Nisha. I mean, yeah, because that's going to be the thing, right? If this early game remains even, and Matu gets himself his Battle Fury, Zai gets a Midas, just in comparison, what sort of Nigma's chances of keeping up? I guess Doom's always going to be able to keep up because Doom, We Are's going to get a lot of farm on himself. Yeah, huge pressure on, in particular, mind control for him to be able to keep up in this game as a Darkseer against these cores that are just going to scale infinitely better with that sort of accelerator.
Yeah, and Zai will... The one thing that you do kind of lack sometimes, even though you're a 3-position ET, is finding ways to get farm and levels if you're not just constantly fighting. So this will always provide it for him, and attack speed, as he's going to go for that Aghanim build. And he's forced, they forced Miracle to the jungle, which is probably what he wants to do anyway, because he has Morbid, and they'll give the lane to the Kurokki top. But this just means that there's just free plays for bottom. Oh, Puppy now gets the coil too.
And they do have We Are by his side though, mind control.
They scan. They get the scan right behind. They actually read the ward watching his move. Level 6 Puppy. Nisha just hit 6 not too long ago. Standard Puppy somehow just level 6. And they're watching the rotation. Weehaw just walking under this ward, making his move toward bottom. Another ward spotting him out. Thinking about getting the go if he...
Search up. Trying to get in it. Puppy. Oh, they're going to drop the Doom down for it. They want to secure themselves the kill, leaving no chance to jump away. And it'll get the job done. Puppy down.
I mean, Weehaw really just hates Puppey today. He
Last knowing him
four
last
times
game,
in
yes.
one game. Now he doomed him first, the second doom.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Looking to pressure the tower though with this, with the ion shells, even glyphing the wave. Mind control though, getting gone on.
At the same time, Matu is going for Kuro. Kuro's trying for the TP out. Ooh, a nice push back there from Miracle. Will keep Kuro safe.
And they can't actually turn any of this kill on the puck into any pressure. The tower takes only like 15, 20 damage after it had initially taking. Now Nisha jumping forward. Puppey's back.
He's able to take the bounty route.
Is under attack.
Close to bringing GH down. They'll drop the coil just down onto Weehaw. Nature's Wrath come crashing through. Puppey. He's able to step to the side. Now Matu's in. Weehaw speedy though with the drums popped. They cannot continue to chase down the Doom. Weehaw's going to be fine.
Almighty mother.
Disengage there. More time for Miracle to just get his farm, not get pressured at all.
Okay, here we have the timing here. So 10-minute Midas on the offlane ET. Not a bad time at all there, Design.
Yeah, pretty damn good. Already level 8 too, so he's gonna have very high levels just because of this, and that's gonna make him have higher levels of natural order soon. And bottom actually, GH at 6. Nisha.
My waters rise.
Wasn't ready for that at all.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So they are getting some pretty decent kills in the game, actually, even here, at least in the net worth. Experience definitely leading for Secret. They've been able to split themselves up, and of course, Midas having some good stuff. Yapstar actually finds himself an Ion Shell. Pretty decent steal when he has an Ursa and a Void. Might be able to make some stuff happen. Oh, even an ET too. You can actually go up top and look to set some stuff up with this. So they're gonna look to stop Kuroki from being farm up there. Kuroki got a lot of farms. Chill on top.
And run.
Space to farm. Anytime the Miracle's able to back up to the jungle and they're not under any tower pressure or anything like that, you're feeling very happy for.
Yeah.
They're swinging over. Doom is back up in 5. Echo's on cooldown, but they're going to get a good wraparound here.
Yeah, if GH can get a good Fisher block and allow Weehaw to run someone down, get in range for the Doom.
Yapsor did see the smoke wrap around GH. Put themselves for a second. They're getting the Ion Shells prepared onto both of these frontliners.
It's going to be hard for Weehaw to get in on them now. Oh, maybe not though. Fisher sets up for the Doom, but there is backup. Kuro coming in, trapping him in the spout. They'll have the control to take him down. Vacuum there from Michael onto the two of them, but Matu's in with the counter plays. Goes straight over towards Weehaw. GH taken out as Nigma. They're having to run. They've lost 3. Mind control. Is he going to be able to get himself out? He's got Surge in a second. It isn't going to come soon enough, though. A Fate Bolt to the back from Yapsor takes him down as Nigma. They commit 4 heroes and lose them all there to get that kill on Nisha as Secret really make them pay for that.
Matu turns up right before he has his Battle Fury finished. Now he gets a couple kills, has the Battle Fury done, and another great read. Secret set up so quickly and just TP'd instantly to set up for that fight and just outnumber.
Radiant's bottom tower.
As soon as they saw GH, it seemed like they were aware that this gank was coming in, and they such quick frequency. When you show up to these fights with so many numbers versus ET at this point in the game, that's like Zai's like, oh hell yeah, give me these spirits. He just gets it through like 4 heroes and he's dealing unreal damage. Kuroki might find 3 couriers here.
Radiant's courier
found one.
has been
He's
killed.
found 2. The goal for the team.
Mid, we hop. We'll be okay. And Miracle did get some good space out of that. Out of that whole pressure that was happening up top. He was able to finish bottom tower and let's get his Yasha done. So he's getting the space to farm. And with this greedy draft, I think anytime that they are able to do that, it's okay. Like losing the 4 heroes obviously isn't great, but anytime that they can buy for Miracle.
We're seeing it. I mean, is this going to work out for him this game? He's going for the Manta into Ags. He wants to make those Q plays. I imagine with the Shaker, right? That's the intention here. And
he's gonna. The totem's gonna be low level though for GH.
Yeah, he's only got the
take time.
See if he starts to shift points into it now.
He has a lot of different things that he can do in this game. When he does have Aegis as well, like if he turns into the enemy Void Spirit, he gets he gets a lot of different. He has a lot of different plays that he can do. Just has to watch to not get caught too many times. Is really on the hunt. Nisha, Spirit Vessel done. No Manta on Miracle. Finds him.
They're in with the jump. And you say that Vestal causing huge issues here for Miracle. Can he get himself out? He's going to be dragged back by the telekinesis into the remnant, but it's not quite enough damage to kill him. We are coming in with the saving grace of the Doom down on Tanisha as Miracle could turn and fight back. They're able to protect their morph and even find Puppey here as well by the looks of it. They run him down with the Iron Shell damage. Puppey, he's out with the orb. And they got anything else to throw out? Fisher in a few seconds is going to be up before the orb is, but Puppey will have a phase shift to play around with. And he's got him. He's got him, GH.
Shakedown.
Quick response from Nigma this time around. Just like last time, Secret were the ones with the quick TPs. This time they help out their buddy. And yeah, just getting the coil from the tree line, but not getting any type of silence or disable. He gets the full shift up. Even if he's affected by Vessel, it's full shift. They had Zai. Definitely be able to get the kill, but Zai was busy farming. See it again. He's really able to get the morph off, and he has a lot of wand charges, and
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Weeha's getting close to BKB now too after that. So he's gonna be able to be that constant threat of just charging in and letting his teammates set up for their spells as GH is getting close to a blink. So that'll be really nice when they get these two item timings together. They can kick off some fights pretty nicely. But now, Secret, they see an opportunity for them to get into the Roche pit while Doom is down.
But not gone.
And there won't be any chance for the Nigma to get her in time. Speed the Matu. Tear down the Roshan.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Aegis.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Battle Fury, his farm's going to continue at a very impressive pace. Miracle.
Very even game so far, though.
It is.
Less than 1k gold lead, and
Dire's middle tower
experience
is under
still
attack.
leading for Secret, probably because of this Midas and the way that they just sources early.
Radiant's
But, yeah,
bottom tower
up so far
is
from
under
Nigma.
attack.
It's a greedy draft. They're making it work, and Kuro now blanketing the bottom side with wards. This, to me, says, Miracle, you're staying bottom for the next long time, and this. Dancing around Zai.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Zai, use your Midas. There
He got it. He's scouting with his spirit.
Oh.
He's actually getting set up on.
He's looking in a lot of trouble here. Quick moves from Nigma as he shows himself in the lane. Matu. He's going to be able to get at least, or is it GH? Oh, they got him. Top lane, Nisha Puppey. Making the aggressive play onto mind control. The two of them, though, not quite enough burst to bring him down. They've got to run. We are in.
No, he has a hood.
And he's ready to chase. He's coming in. He's got the Doom ready to drop. Does he want to pop it? Oh, he's looking for Puppey. I'd rather have Nisha, though. Nisha, the bigger of the two targets, but Nisha's away.
So many of these elusive heroes that this you gotta get the pump fake going for the Doom. Can't quite get it off onto any. A tough kill. Now, I can't believe they actually went for my control there under the tower. But maybe just trying to force some reaction, which they did get, and now to hit mid.
Dire's structures are fortified.
But an ambitious go. And now without Echo up, they're feeling pretty confident to go for the Doom here.
Amplify my impact.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Matu already ready to look for some more here. 3 minutes still on the Aegis.
Trying to keep control of that enemy jungle because they know that Miracle has full control of theirs. GH now looking to keep playing around bottom for this Morphling. He can still always be able to find kills if they are not prepared for this jump. With all this ward coverage that Kurooki gave from earlier, this is a nice way to play around the Morphling.
Matu, yeah, he wants to go for this with the surge coming to an end.
Oh wow,
he's committing, and he's got it. And this blink, I mean, doing wonders, of course, as well for just chasing down these heroes surging away.
Dire's top tower
He's always ready to catch up.
Setting up down for bottom.
Behold!
Look at the vision coverage. 4 wards committed just to protect Miracle bottom. They understand how important it really is. It's saving Private Miracle. Really want to try to find any aggressive moves to Puppey, but won't be able to. Basher now finished for Matumba.
Radiant are scanning.
Really scary on this Ursa.
And down as well, ready to fight. No,
Maybe looking to bait Puppey.
Yeah, see if they fall for it. Vicious setup. They're going to come in with the jump, but then Matthew with the counterplay. Straight away takes down GH. Is going to look towards Miracle. Miracle's trying to run, but the backup's here for Secret. Telekinesis into the Ether Remnant drag back. Miracle popping the Manta. Then he's spit out to the side there, into the sleep. They cannot get him out.
And look what... It might not seem like a big spell, but look at
Radiant's middle
Yapsor.
tower is under
Almost full
attack.
strength morph, and he has the strength stun. So these are 3-second stuns that he can be dishing out from super far range in the fights. And such a bait. They're reading the map so perfectly. They know how they want to play bottom. They just bait this morphling in.
Under attack.
I'm gonna be watching for these adaptive strikes from Yapsor. This is the distance that you can cast this from too, and even pushing them out can definitely be a problematic for more. Just like that, up to a 4K gold lead, 8,000 experience. They get the one kill. The one kill on Miracle.
they go.
Completely halts Nigma.
I mean, you got to imagine that Nigma is going to be much more careful about being baited like that now.
Yep.
You know, that was
Don't go
definitely
for
a
the
bit of a
5
wake-up
position
call.
anymore.
For sure.
Yeah, it's like they love killing Puppy, but you know, at some point it is a bit of a bait. Even though he is so farmed as these 5 positions always, have to be a little more careful. Puppy has Blink now. Secret probably looking to pick up the pace a bit here, find these opportunities.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They really want
They do.
Or to scout him out. Jumps away.
Radiant's top tower is
Say
under
a sort of
attack.
continuation from the last game. Where it was sort of just all in on Puppy. That was the
Radiant's
strat.
middle tower has fallen.
The Puppy puck also, especially, is such a nuisance for months and months now that first for himself, and it really feels like every time they pick it, it's literally only been Puppy playing it. I feel like nobody else really takes.
See this bait again. Perfectly done. All to plan for Secret there. And Miracle just not quite able to make it away from this. Puppy, having a bit of a giggle there. He's having a good time. He's having a bit of smart. We've got the camera in the right position today. We can see his emotions.
I mean, it's, when you can read a play like that, you definitely feel really good about yourself to survive, right? You're like, I'm baiting the hell out of them, and then they jump. You're like, yourself a little. Zai, there it is. The Aghanim's is done. So he has his massive threat potential now inside of these fights. I think you may have to doom him, actually.
Dire
Pretty
are
sure he's the
scanning.
main doom target for Weehaw.
I think so as well. I mean, sure, like Niche is annoying, but he's definitely not going to do as much damage as Zai is running through these fights.
Yeah, Zai's going to just
take.
He really is going to just take over the fight if he gets like 1 or 2 good spirits off.
Yeah.
And he's also he enables the rest of his team to do a lot more damage. And that's just going to instantly dispel it. It's just not going to allow him to fight.
You absolutely, you doom him every time. For sure, and that's the sort of the nice thing, right? He's going to be pretty easy to doom right now. There's nothing to really stop him from getting caught out by it. As he's going to be right on the front lines, of course, trying to provide that aura and punch people down. So Weeha's got an easy target in these team fights.
Yeah, they still have this base ward, so they're actually seeing Secret set up for this big defense bottom right now.
Radiant's top tower
See what
is
Nigma
under
does with this
attack.
information is
Dire's
actually immediately
middle
just gets
tower
leashed.
is under attack.
Starting to go on him. See what sort of backup they have for him into the lift, into the damage from Matumalan. He's dead, and now he's tried to come in on this. He's got to run. He's dropped the Doom down onto the bear, and that Doom's not going to do anything at all. He was trying to do his best to help Miracle, but that's all he had to offer, and it didn't stop him from taking down Miracle literally throughout the duration of that telekinesis. This bear's starting to get very scary.
And now, if anything, he actually hurt Miracle more because he gave Doom. So now for the next they're just going to blink Doom him.
Ooh.
And the cast range, as we all know for the new
It's
Rubik,
global.
is absolutely ridiculous.
It's
pretty much
crazy,
global, exactly.
It's insane. And with the Ether Lens, of course, on top of the passive.
Yeah, now it's super hard for Miracle to do what he wants to do and play this greedy pushing style down bottom. And he has committed for that Aghanims. So when Void Spirit gets his Ags, there's now going to be silences for the Morphling too, and he only has a Manta to play around it. There's so much that Miracle's going to have to be addressing. They're starting to take control of this game. Well, sure, only 4K gold lead, but 15,000 experience lead.
Radiant
They're just
are
getting way
scanning.
more out of the map.
But 15,000?
15,000 experience.
That's a lot of XP.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're ready and waiting.
Doom?
Straight into the Doom. He's trying to run. And he's going to follow. Maybe they can get a deny at least. Weehar's trying to come in on the app, so he's put the BKB, but Matt is right by his side. Weehar's got to be careful. As the BKB being used, they'll kite it out for now. Nisha's ready to go back in, maybe when the BKB comes to an end. As Weehar trying to split for the rest of his team. Kuro, they'll try and escape, hidden in the Sprout. Will actually get forced nicely out of it there by the Fisherman GH, and that actually keeps Kuro alive. For now, Puppy's still hunting, and Nisha is as well, actually. They do end up finding him in the trees. Nisha getting the kill onto Kuro, despite their best efforts to get him out of there.
Hey. At least the Darkster, at least My Control ate the Doom for his Morphling,
Tank
right?
the Doom.
On that initiation, so at least Miracle's probably like, okay, cool. Now I don't have to worry about that in the next 2 minutes or so.
Sure. That's something.
Still definitely seeing Secret just continue to look for all these battles.
And Matt is
Zai is
so farm right now.
Yeah. Zai is doing the Ag Shard build after the Aghanims. I had a feeling it would too, because it feels really cool versus the Morph. Especially if he's coiled. You're always gonna just appear right next to him. Right on top of your spirit.
Of fortune.
Yeah, he bought it. He committed. Awesome. I actually have not. I've only tried this once in practice. I haven't seen any actual players do it, so I'm really excited.
I mean, it's super strong, right? Especially when you have the Ags, because you're immediately going to get that magic immunity when you turn up and you're in the center of the fight. So yeah, you're going to be a huge issue to deal with.
Coil.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's got some really cool potential, and
yeah.
Let's see what Nigma does to be able to deal with it. Let's GH still only level 1 totem. Miracle has Ags done, so the totem are not going to be as impactful.
But I mean, it's still cute stuff to play around with from the other team. I mean, is there anything else that he's going to be looking towards to use them off against?
He can turn into the ET. The ET Spirit, get himself a free BKB in the team fight, plus 300 damage.
Now that sounds pretty good.
Dire's bottom tower.
As long as he
that
can get
sounds pretty good.
Himself in the midst of the fights, as long as he doesn't get initiated and jump.
Sure. He's going to turn into the Shaker still.
Pops the Arcane Rune after turning into the Shaker too. And, oh, that's a Fissure stolen for Yapsor.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The big steal. Also, for those who don't know, it doesn't really make too much of a difference, but when you steal at Fissure, you get Aftershock. When if someone's standing next to him and he lifts, he'll have Aftershock around him. If someone's standing next to him and he Fade Bolts, he'll have Aftershock stun around him. Point out.
Wait, why? What?
I don't know. It's just
that doesn't make any sense. He doesn't even have a shard himself.
Tied to Fissure. It's just the mechanic. Jump
And now with the coil on and Mind Control, they might just find themselves another. Into the Sleep Stomp. He's gone.
Fight's looking hard for Enigma to approach, even though they attempted with this smoke to swing over to that Rosh. Now with 2 dead, free Rosh on for.
It really is. Straight to the pit.
Dire are scanning.
That does. I mean, as you say, well, that sounds very peculiar. It's tied to Fissure.
Has been killed.
It's tied to Fissure.
Even though he does not have an Axe Shard himself.
You can even see it too. Like if he's standing next to creeps and he Fade Bolts, you'll see the AOE around him get the little Aftershock stun. It's probably not useful in a lot of situations, but I mean, if some situations it might make a difference.
Dire's top tower is under
You're versus like an army of like illusions or something, and you actually are just gonna change.
The measure of power.
Oh my! He's got Miracle.
Miracle? Oh no.
Oh. Well, that's an oof right there.
Now Nisha has an Ags. And a Ceremonial Robe on top for him too, so more status boost and magic damage, and this Morphling, every time he's dead, it feels like an eternity. So they just have no pressure on the map whatsoever when he does go down. Really taking control really quickly here. Matu.
He's already looking for his next target.
Oh yeah, Abyssal's up in 3 seconds.
Oh, Mind Control. Oh, he's in trouble. He's in a whole lot of trouble.
Radiant are scanning.
Hey, this game's really ramped up in pace. It was a close beginning between the two teams, but now 29 minutes in, the Secret
Dire's
starting to
under attack.
just break Nigma apart.
And they find GH too.
It just doesn't stop.
And the split push, it never stops. Secret. The Mercy is gone.
Dire's
Just sort of the moment where it really seemed that Nigma sort of just switched themselves off a little bit, started to be less, sort of coordinated with these moves. You can't allow that against Secret. Secret will immediately punish that, and and just get such a huge lead off the back of a few misplays.
Yeah. Not seeing much hopes for many of the heroes. Like, it's just Miracle really for any hope in the game. And look at all these counters. Again, my control, bottom 2 net worth. The supports have surpassed them again on the side of Secret.
And
They just find so much out of the map. They're just not able to utilize. It seems like both games are not able to utilize their offlaner much. They're able to have my.
Weeha? I mean, this has just turned into a highlight reel of Nigma's cores dying.
Yep. Just feels like they can do nothing. Secret just moving around.
Hey, he got the courier. There you go. Kuro's happy.
Okay, he got something. My God, what a beatdown this has become. Everyone on Secret looks like they're just running around doing their own thing now. Everyone's just showing in lanes. They can't do anything to punish it.
And it feels a little bit weird, right? So this build for Miracle, and we saw, you know, he's changing into the Shaker, but it just, with the low points and Enchant Totem, what does it sort of offer? Your whole build-up this game has been towards this ability to use it against the opponents, and it just doesn't seem that threatening.
No, it does not. And you know, T-Governor said it on the panel too. It's like this Morphling is going to have a hard time until he has his 2 big defensive items, the Mant and the BKB. And since he's omitted from going for the BKB, it's super hard for him to fight. There's so many different silences and control that will take care of Miracle, because the way the Secret covered their drafts. Remember, it's first 2 Morphlings, so they knew exactly what to pick and how to itemize versus this pick. Nigma trying to get something on the map here, sitting down toward bottom. Isha.
Oh, Isha's in. Immediately doomed. This time round, Nigma outnumbering Matu and Puppet. They're ready to chase. They're going to be able to find Weeha. Weeha's going to put the BKB, try and get himself away from this. Matu's in with the Abyssal. The swipe stacking up as Weeha goes down. The sleep stop onto Mind Controllers. He'll try to surge himself away. Matu committing with the BKB, trying to run down Curcuit. Miracle's trying to look for some of the easier targets. He'll go towards Zai. Chasing him down, he will manage to get the kill, and Miracle, he's cleaning them up one by one. It's working. 3 kills for him as he finds Nisha, and then following it up with both Puppy and Zai getting taken out. It's signs of Miracle starting to do it.
Signs of hope as GH is starting to get levels too, so that Enchant Totem is higher level too. So that's definitely
Radiant's bottom tower
definitely a small game. They
attack.
need a couple more of those, especially if they can catch Nisha on the front line. Like,
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Still though, Matu going pretty much
Dyer's
unchecked in these team fights, and with the Swift Blink done level 25, anybody he jumps on, he gets sort of one bash into to the follow-up of the Abyssal Blade active. He's going to be taking them down 100 to 0.
he's going to kill anyone who shows. Weeha might have to be careful how he shows. Okay, he's okay. Matu's going to back up. That was a little scary for a second. Nigma, push back hard. And now they get to get some decent wards out on the map too to control this area for Miracle against Big Rain. Kuroki's, I didn't even notice how far Kuroki actually was after that too. And Orchid stuff. So he'll be able to play around and he'll be able to actually counteract maybe Puppy. He might be able to do some decent stuff in the fight. Spock in the verse. Very tall hill to climb as Miracle really has his work cut out for him. It's the only level 3 enchant totem, but very close. I'm actually surprised GH took his time.
GH also with the force to maybe give some chance to those being jumped upon by Matu. Split them away from the bear for a second.
Smoking up, looking to get a high ground advantage. Everything is up for Team Nigma right now. They are kind of split up at the moment.
Radiant are scanning.
They're gonna find him.
He's dead.
Came too close to what is mine.
GH? Ooh. On.
And this is, you know, we've seen this happen for most of the last 10 minutes. Anytime that the Nigma split up, somebody's gonna die. Secret, they're gonna be able to get Matu in position, and Matu's gonna get the kill.
They just have such distance to be able to catch heroes, really. If they split up at all, everyone on Secret has a way to gap close on top of these heroes. Even Zai with the stomp as a gap closer. Weehaw.
From outside of the base. He's going to put the BKB in an attempt to get out of here. Matu staying on target. He's not going to chase up to the high ground though. Weehaw able to step back into the safety of his teammates.
He's going for the ice armor as well too. Ice armor plus his Shiva, so that good defense versus helping him out there. Matu now, they're just going to build toward, I think, Link's on, I'd imagine, on a couple heroes to protect versus the...
Radiant's top
Yeah,
tower
Lincoln's being
is
built on
under
Zai,
attack.
Lincoln's built on Matu. Shoot up. Nisha's going for the beak. Preparing themselves for the later stages of the game, as they'll respect Nigma as it's Morphly can still carry. It is an uphill battle, but they are itemizing just in case for that. And keeping their careers now in the Roche pit.
The next objective here for Secret for sure. Still don't feel any need to rush it. That's Kuro's next item complete. Blade.
Well, he can protect versus that Ursa pretty decently.
Absolutely.
Whoever that Matu does get the Abyssal Blade on, if Kuro's got quick fingers, he can help him out. Puppy's hunting right now. Some information with the orb, but an Arcane Rune spawns bottom.
He wants it. And he will be able to get it. But he's had to put the BKB. Matu's in on top of him. And he's down. And he gets the Doom off, but that's not going to be good news for him. As that Doom won't do anything at all. Matu able to easily step away. And with Weehard dead for a minute, Secret could look to get some damage done here to the base.
Without Doom, I don't know how they hold this. This is going to be a real work cut out for Nigma to hold this high ground. It's 45 seconds. Very likely for Arax just down here when Secret does full commit. So maybe just full commit bottom with Kuroki and with Miracle.
He's just diving in. He's ready to go under the tier 4. He knows how strong he is right now, Matu. He's over to Miracle. Miracle is taunted, pulled back by the Remnant. He's dead as well.
Thank God.
Matu just taking him out inside of the base. He's ready to go for Mind Control again. Mind Control's dead. It's a triple kill for Matu. They just can't fight him. That's a dieback on Mind Control.
Dire's top tower is under
I'm so
attack.
surprised they actually came back to the base to defend with these two instead of just consisting with the split push bottom. Matu saw the opportunity. He's like, oh, man, if the Morphling's showing like that and they see him for even a hot second, they're going to jump him with all this disable and control. Slip up there from Nigma, causing massive problems at Matu. The Rush, easily able to kill it. Pick up everything. This shard is very tough to keep track of with the I have to say. The fact that it makes the same noise, I'm like, wait, he's enraging a lot. I think it actually threw off a couple of them in the fights too.
Yeah, it makes it very hard for you to sort of plan when to go on him.
Yeah.
You don't know if DD's...
or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now Lincoln's finished on the Ursa. Lincoln's also, I believe... Oh, it actually switched. I went for a Silver Edge instead, so he's just... And they're starting to just get such overwhelming control. 28,000 gold lead and 45,000 experience lead.
I mean, it's getting to those sort of insane numbers that we have seen in some of these Secret games when they're taking down a team.
Radiant are scanning.
And they're swinging over. They're predicting the movements. Can't quite get Kuroki there, but they're predicting that the split push is going to start coming. So they're clearing out those sidelines, looking for these greater treants. Actually got stuck in the tree this time around, but now they can pick up these tier 4 items as well, kit themselves the next battle.
Matu's out for blood. He's ready to find someone.
Yep.
Yeah, Nigma definitely respecting the fact that they don't know what's out here. They're into the base.
They give Puppy the refresher shard since he has the Aghanims, so those coils are going to be very effective versus BKB cores.
See what they get with this smoke. They're going to try and maybe sort of bait Kuro up top. It's only Puppy.
Get Puppy again. Here comes.
Taken before my
They got Puppy.
time.
We are kind of trapped.
Are coming. We have
Dude, he's trapped by the two fish. Ooh, that was a little spooky there. Was trapped momentarily there by the two fishes of his teammates. But he's able to get his way out. Can he get on it? He wants to jump.
Waiting for Matu.
He's in onto Nisha. Nisha's pretty tanky though. Pieback's going to come out from Puppey. He'll be able to block him off with the Fisher. Over to the side. Puppey looking for the counter initiation of Matu. He's ready to start charging in. He's going to begin to run them down. Zai's in with the stomp. A Stolen Dune drop down onto Weeheart. As Weeheart's out, Nisha will end up living.
Gold and sweet.
Puppey's looking for a catch. They actually see Miracle for a second here. He has the blink. He's got the catch.
He's got the coral down. It's going to give time for Matu to close in. He's got a few stuns to throw out here, but nothing else left to save him. Miracle out of the game for 100. No buyback on the morph. Secret 30,000 gold lead. And Nisha, he's even finding his own little bit of action down bottom. Kuro in the trees, trying to run away from this. He's ticking down to the Spirit Vessel, trapped up by the creeps. Kuro's down and taking the base. As it really does seem there's nothing that Nigma can do right now.
No, and Puppey level 25 before Nisha is just by the way there.
Dire's middle barracks are under
Even
attack.
before his eyes level 21.
Dire's middle barracks
in the high level is
fallen.
yeah, just cleaning up the base, no more fling. Again, Secret. Masterclassing it 32-14. There was maybe some small hopes for Nigma in the mid game, but Secret just barely giving up to any of these kills. Like Matu 16 and 1. 4 heroes again.
It just fell apart so quickly for Nigma in this game. You know, when we should look back to the early stages where it was close, but when it fell apart, it just really fell apart. That whole period where they were losing core after core in all these different situations. Matu jumping in, the invis will save him for now. As we are, he actually reveals himself and allows Matu to just jump back in on top of him. Stolen Fisher out. We are's dead. He has got a buyback available, but mind control, he does not.
May you ride on never
They'll have Miracle back in 20 seconds. Maybe they'll give it one more chance here. Secret, they're ready to close it. They're onto the tier 4s. They've got the fortification. Miracle up in 10, along with Kuro, GH, and a Weeheart buyback.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Get one more shot at a fight. At a 43k deficit,
Yeah.
all 5
45k
heroes
now.
at the top of the net worth.
What can they pull off? As Puppey's already in, tries to put the refresher, but he instantly gets silenced. They got the Stolen Fisher though out onto pretty much the entire team. They're catching the form. Gaps off as they're ready to take him down one by one. Miracle has to wait for him back to the safety of his fountain. We are trying to run down Puppey. He wants to kill Puppey. We'll see if he gets him inside the base. Meanwhile, Nisha and Matu are looking for the kill on Miracle, and they'll get him. Matu in on top of him once again, and Weeheart won't even be able to get Puppey as Puppey taunts him running away. And now Nisha's ready to come forward as Weeheart, he'll live for a little bit here with Cloak. He's out to the side, but they've found him. Another Fisher dropped down from Yap, so Weeheart just being toyed with by Secret as he'll go for the TP out with the remainder of his BKB. He'll get away, but the Ancient in a whole lot of trouble here. Matu, he's more than happy to continue to pad his stats, pick up more action, as Secret just playing around with Nigma outside of the fountain. In they go, onto Weeheart. He will live again, GH. Just having a bit of fun here, dropping Echo Slams as Matu, he's ready to dive. Into the fountain he goes, takes out GH, takes out Curcuit. He's going to be able to get Weeheart as well. They'll call it now. They'll tap themselves out. GG is there, 45k lead to end it up, 41-16. As Secret, both of these games just looking to be on a different level. Nigma were not prepared to keep up with them today in either of these games, Fong.
No, and it's some small clever things that they definitely do with their drafting in their lane, right? Just putting the Ursa mid, putting the Void Spirit bottom to set themselves up for this really dominant Ursa to take over the game, and then just they play this
Greetings, chosen. I've been waiting here for you since the beginning of this universe. You know the world is fading. There's a secret power hidden in your soul. Don't be afraid to use it. There are voices in your head saying that you're a failure. You're not good enough, but you know that's not true. There is a secret power hidden in your soul. Don't be afraid to use it, 'cause you're the one.
Infinite power.
the whole